What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Riding the Wave with your host, A.
MJ in the house. Y'all better recognize.
And Momo's back. What's up, people?
Mo is back. Welcome back, Mo.
Mo to the motherfucking Mo. What's up, sis? How's everything?
Everything's good.
How's your current? How was your 4th of July?
My 4th of July, I stood in. I had a horrible migraine. But I really think that it's because you were there and you were screaming and yelling the whole time. So when you left, I was like, damn.
Makes sense.
Sense of peace right now.
And that's
kidding.
why I only visit once a year.
He doesn't go to visit us. He makes a pit stop and then he goes to his destination.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
once a year is enough.
Yeah.
once a year is enough. All right. How's everybody's current?
It's good right now. I feel great. Feel amazing. This week was great for me. You know, I had a lot of breakthroughs for myself, and can't complain. Even if I did,
What are the breakthroughs that you went through?
What's one that stands
Oh yeah, what's one? There you go.
One that stands out is I'm really holding myself accountable. And I'm taking action. So a lot of the things that I've been talking about, I've been taking a lot of action and getting it done.
You're putting it into play.
Yes, exactly.
Round of applause.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
That's
guys. Thank you.
very beautiful.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
Oh yeah,
That's why
and then we gotta do the cheers. So cheers.
Happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday. Mo, how's your current?
Take a drink of my mic. I'm just trying to put it out there.
My current is great. I'm blessed. If we're gonna do a shout out, my shout out right now is to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because you've been giving Abel shout out. So for anybody that doesn't know, my son, his nephew, his godson is Abel, the one that he's been shouting out lately. My son and I, we've come so far, and I give God all the glory for the steps that he's setting in place for not just myself, but my kids and my family. My nephew, my brother, my other nephew, my other brother. I feel like God is making his rounds within my family, and he's bringing us closer together little by little. And I couldn't be more happier. So yeah.
Any shout outs, bro?
Shout outs is just to everybody out there. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you're continuing on accomplishing your goals, crushing them. I know we run into barriers, and we get stagnant, and we tend to plateau, but push through, persevere. Everything that we've talked about before, continue to grow. I know it's not easy, especially with this crazy ass world and everything going on in it. Continue to grind.
Yeah, and I would guess I would piggyback on what my sister said. I would just like to thank God. I'm not the most spiritualist person. That's part of me I'm still learning. But I just feel like I don't like to say he, but that entity has really been impactful in my life. It's, exactly what my sister said, just the growth of our whole family. And I'm just so grateful for my family, for my son, for Ramon. We've last week we had a rocky week, but we're able to talk about it and to move forward. So I'm very grateful to have Ada as my partner, and I just want to do a shout out to you, brother, and thank you so much for I know I could be a handful, and I know I have a certain style, and
the partner and the handful.
That part. Don't encourage them, bro. Do not encourage them.
So
we know do not encourage them.
Tosh, you hear these footsteps? Coming closer.
Girl, you better hold on to your man.
But that's the shout out. And okay, so today's topic It's gonna be a doozy, everybody. It's gonna be a doozy. So brace yourselves. So today we're gonna talk about first dates and prepping for first dates. My sister,
Woo!
you know, she's single, so
I need a towel. I've
any-
been putting this in work.
so any men out there that are I don't know what's your type, Mo, but any emotional available men out there, Christian men out there.
You know what though? I've come across a few Christian men, and let me tell you,
We're so Christian.
It was a doozy.
yeah, it was a doozy. So, yeah, if I can describe my perfect guy, man,
We'll be here all day, or will it be? We'll be a whole episode.
soulmate, it would be. I just want somebody who is going to respect me on all levels, and somebody who doesn't just want to be in a relationship with me for my looks. I want to be liked and cared for what I bring to the table as far as like my heart and where my mind's at.
And we're definitely gonna go more in detail with that in the next episode that we do. It's gonna be dating with intention. So after that, the next episode, you can go ahead and pour your heart out. Well, this one we're just gonna talk about what as men and women when we're going on a first date, what should we be doing? You know what
The do's
expectations?
and the don't.
Yeah, the do's and don'ts. I don't want to say expectations.
Okay, the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah, the do's and don'ts.
But like the overall, yeah, what we should be doing as men and what women should be doing as women.
Mhm.
So let's start off. I know, Aid, you've been married for how many years?
I've been married 3 years.
No, you have not. Or how long you been with your wife?
We've been together going on 18 years.
Oh, okay, 18 years. All right.
Well, we've been married. Yeah.
So
We've been
okay,
together for a very long time.
and then you how many kids you got?
We got 3.
You got 3 kids. Okay,
Yes.
so let's start off with you. Aid. Like, when you went on the first date with your wife? Talk us with that experience. What did you do to prep for that first date?
Actually, I was, get ready, get dressed. We actually met at a club, and then our first dates, because we each had our own child, our boys, and we actually just chilled a lot, talked, got to get to know each other, and yeah, we didn't really like go out and party and.
I know, but
stuff like
but
that.
like when you went on you never took. I mean, I'm pretty sure you took her out on a first date, right?
Well, yeah, we went on dates,
But, like,
it was
yeah.
actually like
What was-
dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah. What was that like though? Like your first date?
Man, I think.
Okay,
'cause
let's rewind. Where did you meet her? How did you meet her?
I met her at the Vote. Good question, Mom.
Okay.
I met her at the Vote. This was in Pasadena. When it was a bar / restaurant, club. Met her there, and then after that, just started talking to her on the phone, getting to know her, and man, it just seemed like it was like so we connected so fast, so easy, and yeah, the rest was history.
And so when you took her out on the first date, where'd you take her?
It was 18 years ago.
I mean,
You know how
from
many
what
dates we've been on? Like,
from
my
what you
first date,
remember,
bro.
from what you remember.
You just got me in trouble. You just
Yeah,
got
I'm
me
in trouble.
You just got me in trouble right now, man. I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot. Well, yeah, I don't remember our exact first day. It was probably in my room. We were watching American History X. And then,
Well, why would you watch American History?
It was a great movie, bro.
Back then it was a great movie.
It was a great movie, bro. Like, it's just the best in there.
Okay, all right. And Mo, what's your preps for a first date?
So I'm gonna be 100% honest right now. I don't ever feel that I really dated where I'm like excited, like this is a date. I need to prepare myself for this date up until maybe sometime this year. That's the first time. I usually like I'll know somebody through somebody, so we kind of already know each other. So it's not really like a date. We just like, oh, do you want to go hang out? It's never been officially called a date.
Right.
So it was a couple of months ago, and where my mindset is at now, like I'm very, how we're going to talk about in the next episode, intentional. So for me, I show up as myself. Like, this is who I am. So I'm going to show up as me. I'm going to have uncomfortable conversations. I'm going to ask you uncomfortable questions. I'm going to try to dig deep, and get to know you a little better, not just surface level. What's your favorite color?
What would be an uncomfortable question that you would ask?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So my questions are 3, straight to the point, and it's
What's your body count?
definitely not.
Just kidding, Mom.
So one of the questions is, do you drink a lot? Do you drink a lot, and how often do you drink? And then sometimes even, why do you drink? Sometimes people often say I'm a social drinker. And I had a hard time understanding that, because I'm like, who really just enjoys drinking? But now I understand it, because I used to drink just to, escape whatever I was going through. So that's why I ask these questions, because I want to make sure that I'm not getting into a situation with somebody where it's like you drink because you're trying to mask something. So drinking has been a huge part of my make it or break it moments in a relationship.
I think in that part, I would be like, call me what you wanna call me. I'm a fucking alcohol. I'll start busting that exhibit. But yeah, okay. So all right. Hey, you got 2 boys,
Yes.
right? That are gonna be going out on dates and things like this. So what is your method, and what do you install in them when they're going out on a date?
Wear the raincoat. She says she's on something, wear the raincoat.
Okay, bro, we're talking about a home run over here. I'm just talking about going on a date.
With my boys, I really instilled in them to be polite and appreciate a woman. Open the door for her. Close the door for her. Pull out the chair for her. Also, if they're walking on the street, make her walk on the inside. That's something that I really instilled with them, and they do that with their mom, with their sister. I really wanted to make sure I did that, because I think that's like not really many people are doing that nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And Mo, you have 2 boys. What is, and I know you're pretty much a single mom for the most part. What is your approach to your boys when they're going out on potential dates?
So this is a good question, because I recently got a text from my 17-year-old telling me, Mom, can I go to my friend's house? And everything in me was like, let me ask him, is this a friend or a girlfriend? He ends up telling me it's a girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, so who's picking you up? Where are you going? I'm going to her house. Well, I couldn't help but to fathom, who's picking my son up, and why are they okay with picking my son up without meeting me, and vice versa? So I was like, okay, so Mom's gonna pick you up? Yes. Okay, where are you guys going? Her house. First thing I said is, I don't want the door shut. I want you to be respectful. I don't want you laying on her bed. Because
damn, Mom, you killing on the fun
yeah,
over here.
I am not trying to be a grandma. Again, I was 15 and pregnant. So if I learned anything, it's you need to have these conversations with your kids, and you need to be present. As much as you want to be the cool parent, nah, not me. I'm sorry.
Childless.
So those are things that, and there's been times where he'll go out with friends to eat, and I always tell him, are you paying? I don't care if they're your friends. You're the guy, you're going out with these girls. I feel like as a gentleman, you should be paying. If you're going to the movies, you should be paying. You know, I don't think that these girls should be paying, especially if, you know, you're trying to, if you like them, you're trying to date them. Like, you need to show them that you're a man and you're going to, you know, hold your own, and you're romantic, you're thoughtful, you're considerate, all these things.
Oh, that's cool.
MJ, how many dates do you think? Hold on, how many dates? How many dates do you got to that you go on that you'll pay for until you got to see if the woman's invested in you?
All right. Well, I've been single for about 3 years now, and I've gone on plenty of dates, and the guidelines I'm about to dish out. Y'all should be paying for this. All right.
Okay.
All right. But I'm sorry. What was your question? Repeat that question one more time. I'm sorry. I was too busy focused on myself.
He's about to dish you some
That's why he's by himself, because he thinks about himself. No. So how many dates do you go on that you'll pay for? Take care of everything. Be the gentleman, you know, and then until you get to a point where, let me see if this woman's invested in me.
Honestly, bro, I would say
This is gonna be a doozy.
I would say, honestly, of all the dates that I've been on, not to my own horn, but I would say most of them were interested in something further.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, like definitely like second dates and so forth. But I guess what I've noticed, like my sister said, is that I like to ask the uncomfortable questions. You know, I don't want to hear all the good stuff. I want to hear all the bad stuff, because I want to see where your head is at. And when it comes to a certain amount of women, unfortunately, especially the online dating, it seems like, at least the wall that I've come into, it's been just a lot of trauma, a lot of insecurity, you know, just a whole factor of things. Rather, they just broke up with someone and now they're back on the online, you know, they're going back to dating. So for me, I've seen a lot of red flags from people. So the moment I see those red flags, like I'm out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as prepping for a first date, I think we could all agree on this, and we'll get into detail. When you're getting ready for a first date, men and women, appearances. You gotta look the part. You gotta dress nice. Take the time. If a woman's gonna go out and take the time to look presentable, as a man, you should take the time to look presentable yourself. Fucking get a haircut, clean your shoes, wash your car. Like,
wash that ass. More importantly, wash that ass.
Yes, wash that stinky ass. Appearances do matter. They really do. The first impression is always the best impression. So that's for me is definitely like number one on my list. Well, could we all agree or we disagree?
So I agree in the sense, like, I like to in a lot of my pictures, I always have my nails done. So, okay, imagine me going out on a date, I always have my nails done, and then I'm going out on this date and I look busted. No nails, no makeup, no nothing. But here on all these pictures, you know, I have makeup, I have my nails done, all this stuff. So it's like, a guy's gonna look at me and be like, man, she put no thought and effort into coming into this date. Like, she just showed up, yeah, somewhat like herself, but it's like, just no thought, no effort. So yeah, like, for me, I don't really allow somebody to come and pick me up, because if the date's not going well, I want to be able to get in my car and leave and not have that awkwardness in being in somebody's car and be like, can you drive me home now? Like, I just, we're too grown for that, you know?
Right.
How about you, A? Like when you and your wife go on dates, do you dress up?
Yeah, right. We dress up. We dress the part. You know, depending on where we're going. If we're going to a nice dinner, we're gonna get dressed up. We're gonna look nice. We're gonna look good, feel good, play good. You know.
Yeah, so even after 18 years, you guys still dress up.
Yeah, we still dress up for sure.
Okay.
But I think. One second.
Sorry. There's more.
But I think, you know, definitely going on first dates, depending on what it is. I get the haircut thing and everything, but I really think the confidence. Like when you carry confidence as a man and you know how to take care of a woman, I think they're going to see that. I think they're going to see that, like, maybe you didn't have a chance to get a haircut. Maybe you're just running low on funds. Or maybe, I don't know what the storyline is, but come with confidence and come with respect and show them that you do respect them. You are gonna go out of the way to open the door, because every woman, I feel deserves that. You know, that's just me personally.
Well, bro, I have a list over here, and that's number 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. I'm jumping ahead.
Jumping ahead.
Jumping the gun.
I'm jumping
Okay.
ahead. Oh my God.
So number 2, which Ada already alluded to, be a gentleman. Be a gentleman for a woman. I think we can all agree. And as a woman, I mean, I would say be a gentleman towards a man too. You know.
No. Well, you guys are a gentleman, and a woman should be ladylike.
Okay,
You know?
so I don't know if you guys ever watched this movie, A Bronx Tale. Okay.
If she does not open the door for you,
Exactly. and you know how many times I've done that on dates where I will literally
open the door. Unlock the door.
So if some of you guys have not seen this movie, it's called Bronx Tales. It's with Robert De Niro. It's a classic,
great movie.
mafioso movie. There's a scene in the movie where a kid wants to take this woman out on a date. So one of the gangsters says, "Hey, I want you to take my car. It's a clean ass Cadillac, but I want you to give her the test." And he's like, "Well, what's the test?" And he's like, "Okay, I want you to unlock her door, but you lock your door. You're gonna go around, open the door for her. You're gonna shut it. If she doesn't go around and unlock your door, dump her. She's a selfish broad." I don't know if you ever seen that scene.
I've heard about it. I don't agree with that though.
Okay, well, again, this is it's just a movie. But honestly, I have tried it, and believe it or not, majority of women didn't. But trip out. Every girl that has done that for me, I've had a relationship with them, which is crazy.
Yeah, like how long?
Like, you know, it could be a couple months, it could be what, but no matter what, like there was something there.
Yeah, that's cool.
There was something there. So yeah, be a gentleman.
That's not me.
Read the room. Make a woman feel. This is where we're gonna get a little more in depth. Make a woman feel comfortable. Make her feel safe. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't know how much I could express that on a first date. Keep your hands to yourself.
Just remind yourself or think about it like you're in kindergarten and they're telling you keep your hands to yourself. Just go back to kindergarten. You're on the first date. Don't be handsy. Don't too fast, too soon. Sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, like just again, you don't know if the fact that as a man, if you immediately start trying to touch, you don't know what that woman's been through. You don't. So the fact that you just touching her and not asking for permission, this is somewhat of a stranger going out with, and you're touching her, you could trigger something in her.
Yeah.
So you really have to be respectful in the best way that you can. If you need to rub one out before you go on a date, rub one out. So you're not all touchy. So can we all agree on that?
This is I don't know, 18 years ago, it was very hard for me to keep my hands to myself when I first met Tosh. You know, obviously I'm a bug.
Okay,
but you're married to her, so it's different.
But 18 years ago, how old were you at that time?
Yeah,
I feel like age plays a huge factor into dating because 18-year-old dating is different than 40-year-old dating. 30-year-old dating is different than 50, 60-year-old dating. So,
Agreed. I think I go off of how the woman presents herself, how she carries herself, how she talks, how she, is she polite, is she not polite, is she going to be rude? All right, well, then I'll match your energy. And if I feel that you're not even my type or my style, but you still want to hang out and kick it, then we're going to see where it goes, and that's where it is. And that's how I'm going to approach the situation.
Well,
If you carry yourself, this is my perspective. If you carry yourself as a woman and being polite and all that, and you deserve that respect, I guess, deserve to be shown that respect, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go above and beyond. That's just me.
Okay.
Because not every woman and not every man, have that thought process, or they just thinking, all right, well, you know what? That's just like, how am I supposed to approach a woman that doesn't take care of herself or doesn't give a shit or is just willing to talk about like giving BJs or whatever else? How's your approach to a woman like that?
Well, all I'm saying is, I'm just generalizing it. I'm generalizing it. Again, like as fathers, my son goes on a date. Son, be respectful. Keep your hands to yourself. I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell your boys the same thing. No, don't get me wrong. If a woman is sitting there, touching you, and she's all about the business, then all right, then it's fair game. But
again, not every guy would be okay with that, and not every girl is okay with that.
Right.
So it's
Agreed.
like it falls into like who you're going out with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, are you attracted to that? If that's what you're attracted to, then hey, by all means, go get yours.
Do you, boo-boo, do you?
But if it's not attractive to you and it's a turn off, then it's like, let's just end things here and let's, bounce. Like, why continue on something that is just like, ugh, like it's an ick,
Right.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So the next one would be choose a suitable location. Put some thought into where you're gonna take a woman out. If you're on a budget, that's cool. Be creative. There's a lot of things you can do that are very romantic that a woman would like. Take her to a nice beach, little picnic on the beach, something like that. That's cute. But if you're out there trying to find a bougie ass chick who has this high standard, high maintenance, well, then you're gonna spend some cash. So be careful what you wish for. Understand what dating, when you're going out and dating, it's as a guy, like, yeah, you're gonna have, it's an investment.
Right.
Like, honestly, it's an investment. So just be smart about your investments.
Okay.
So
MJ,
yeah,
with all this great, amazing advice that you're giving, why do you feel that you're still single?
it's a choice, brother.
No,
It's a choice, and
it's a lot of good advice. Like, it's great advice.
and as of right now, I've told myself I want to give myself a whole year to just do me and focus on this podcast and so forth. So I
do respect that a lot about you, because you are straight up and up front with a woman, even though that they are good women and they do deserve.
He's lost out on a lot of good ones. I really like too.
Right, and to be able to tell them that, I commend you for that, because
I mean, right now,
you're not just there playing the game and messing with their head or their hearts. That's what damages people.
And I am like, no, I did meet someone and we're talking, so we're kind of seeing how that goes, So that's a start. But and be yourself on a date. Like, be yourself. Don't be someone that you're not.
Be yourself all the fucking time, people.
That
no, let's see. And this is the problem, that we put this
she
thing out
got
there
mad.
where it's like, be yourself on the first date. No, be yourself all the time. Be you everywhere you go, because people will gravitate to you. And I'm saying this because I just started this new job and I went in there with a whole different mentality. I've only been there 2 months. 2 of the girls that I I don't even work with them. And we message each other. Good morning, Queen. Happy Friday. Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy this. Happy that. That goes a long way. Today, I opened the fridge at my job, and there was a coffee, and it had my name on it. And I was like, well, there's another Monique that works here. So, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I go to my desk, and I get a
I would
message.
drink that shit.
My germs.
Right? First of all, got to.
And the message was, there's something for you in the fridge. And it's like, that made me feel good. It made me feel good because I'm like, the person that I am, being me, people are gravitating towards it. And hey, you know what? The people that don't, they're doing you a favor.
Yep.
We're not for everybody, and that's okay.
Yeah, and then when you're out on that date, don't spend too much time talking about yourself. Get to know her
Or him.
or him, whatever it is, whoever it is that you're going out with. Get to know that person. I think a lot of times people get so caught up on talking about their success and their money and their this, and it's like, just if you're genuine, you really care, you really want to get to know this girl, get to know her. Ask her questions about her and not so much about you.
Yeah.
Would you say we all agree on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just recently had somebody ask me, tell me more about yourself. And I was like, well, what do you want to know? My likes or my dislikes? And he said, your dislikes. And I'm like, see, he didn't care about both. He mainly wants to know what I don't like. And that really stood out to me, the fact that he even cared about what I didn't like. Because not too many people care about what you like and don't like. They're like, okay, well, you don't like it. Well, that's on you. You know, I'm still going to do me, and I'm still going to do whatever. And I don't care about you. So to me, that's something that stood out to me. And again, we're all different. What may stand out to you and me and everybody else is different. And that's why it's about finding your person. Not our person, not the person for your neighbor, or who's going to be compatible with your mom and your sibling. Like, no, it's your person. You're taking them home at the end of the day. You're sleeping with them. This person's for you, and only for you, not for everybody else.
How about you? Anything to add?
I'm glad I'm married. I'm glad I don't have to go through all these questions and all these, you know what I mean? Because it's a process. It's a
It
process,
really
and you know what? Like, you got to go through it to find that ride or die, you know, and it makes sense, because why do you want to be with somebody that just doesn't, you know, make you smile every day, or doesn't like take your breath away just by looking at each other, you know? So I mean, this is I'm just kind of soaking this all in and really saying, like, I'm glad I'm married.
And again, this is being a dad, 3 kids
Yeah.
is something that as dads and parents that we really need to install these good habits for our kids and for our daughters, and what to look for in a man or in a woman and so forth. And okay,
No,
so
I'm glad you said that for, you know, a woman, because I mean, my daughter, you know, I make sure that, I mean, my boys already opened the door for her. I make sure I open the door for her. You know, sometimes I forget. You know, it's not. But for the most part, I do got to show her. I mean, I can't teach her how to be a woman, but I can teach her to how she should be treated by a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So since you have a daughter,
Mhm.
do you have do you take her out on dates, like you and her?
I have not. You know what? No, I have not. And I think
Okay.
that would be something that, now that you just said,
mention that's a good idea. Yeah.
Because I take my boys out on dates.
That's
You
awesome.
know,
I think
and actually, there's a mom on
That's a good idea.
TikTok that she allows her sons to take her out on dates, and she gives them the credit card. So then they get to know what it is to pull out their credit card, sign it, and tip. And you know, I didn't think that far into it, but I do take my boys out on one-on-one dates, and then I also take them out on dates like together, so that we're all together, and you really get to know their personalities. Like, it's so important to date them separately and not always together, because there's different personalities and they like different things.
Yeah, that's a very very good intriguing idea and concept.
I'm gonna adopt that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Princess. We're going on a date soon.
Yeah.
She's like,
I can't take you. I can't take
she's
you
like,
nowhere
"Damn
that.
it, Mama."
I can't take you nowhere that Mom wants to go with me first. But we're going on a date.
And this is for me, this is the most important thing on going on a date, gentlemen. Have a sense of humor. If you have a dry humor, if you're just dry and not funny, trust, you're not gonna get a second date. Unless you have all this money and she doesn't even care about your looks, your personality, all she cares about is what you got in that bank account. But if you could have that sense of humor, you can make her laugh.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're golden.
You're golden. It's a wrap. It's a wrap after that.
And MJ's the new hitch.
I'm just
the new hitch.
saying.
You guys might want to take some notes.
Well, that's why I'm giving. That's what I'm giving them. I'm giving them the script, bro. I'm giving them the playbook.
Is it the black book though?
Oh man. Oh, hey, that's a separate book right there. That one you gotta pay for. That one ain't free. You gotta fucking subscribe to that one. But yeah, can we all agree, Mo? Like if you go on a date with a dude and he's just like very vague, no sense of humor, like I'm pretty sure that's not gonna attract. He could be the nicest guy. He could do this and do that, but there's no laughter, no humor. Like, could you take him serious? Is that some person you're gonna want to be with?
See, I grew up with you, and I grew up with guys, with boys. So
boys.
men now. So I know how to hang out with guys, and I know how to like talk shit, and I know how to handle myself. So I'm okay with certain types of humor. Like I can shoot the shit and I can take it. But then there's also a line that I draw. Don't disrespect me. So don't try to make sexual remarks to me and think like I'm gonna ha 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 he. So, and I'm gonna say this is what happened recently. This guy works at a car dealership, and then I tell him, "Have a good day. Don't work too hard." His response is, "The only thing I would work hard on is on you."
That was kind of funny.
See, and a guy laughed, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
For me,
No.
I don't know you like that. I haven't met you in person. We haven't gone out on a date.
Homie, don't play that.
Like, we've barely just been talking, maybe a few days. And that's what you like. That's a turnoff to me.
No, but I agree with you on that. Like, I think as men too, yeah, when you are talking to these women, yeah, keep that sexual stuff to yourself. Like, because
keep it to a minimal, or don't do it at all. Again, it depends on the type of girl that you're talking to. How you have said, how's the girl coming off? I'm gonna match her energy. So it's like, yeah, like if you're making sexual remarks, then okay, I guess. But when you just throw something out there, and I have to tell him, I'm like, you're just too sexual for me. And he's like, well, that's who I am. And I'm like, okay. And this is where the ball's now in my court. You know what? It was nice chatting with you, but I'm out.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And I think that's one thing I feel, men and women, they should really pay attention to what they deserve, and go for what they deserve or who they deserve and how they should be treated, and don't sell yourself short for anything just because you want to settle, you know? Like, you feel you deserve the best, and make sure you get the fucking best.
Agreed. And the last one is gonna be the end of the date. Once the end of the date, me and Mo and hey, before we even started this, we did ask each other, like, on a date, should you ask for a kiss or should you ask for a hug or something like that? And for the first date, I would say yes. If you feel like you want to give her like a kiss, something like that, I would definitely say ask her first. Give her a proof. She does, again, it's a first date. So, and if they say no, it's cool. It's like, all right, cool. But don't just take it upon yourself to just And especially if you force a kiss, like that's the most horrible. Because now you just make your.
Now
It's
what? If,
awkward.
It's awkward.
all right, I'm gonna ask Mo. She's a woman. Now what if it's like a hug and a kiss on the cheek and like, hey, have a good night? Is that?
Yeah, that's okay.
I
I was asking Mo.
I'm totally okay with that. I feel like it's very much so respectful. I'm a hugger, so anybody that I'm meeting for the first time, you know, I'm always like, hi, you know, how are you? But if somebody were to tell me, you know, I'm really not affectionate, well, guess what? We wouldn't even be going out on a date because I'm a very affectionate person. So if I can't hug my man, we ain't going out on a date, okay? So I'm a hugger. I'm gonna hug you. I'm not gonna go out of my way and kiss you for sure. If you decide to kiss me on the cheek, I see no problem with that. If you try to go in for a kiss, I'm very standoffish where it's like, you know, you kind of just took me out of my element type of thing. And especially if you do it so sneaky where it's like, boom, it's like, fuck. Yeah, this ain't gonna happen again. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Abe? Especially, you know, like you said, you have a daughter. What would you tell your daughter? Like, hey, dad, like, you know, a guy tried to kiss me. Like, hey, like, yeah. Now, did he ask you for your permission on the first date? Like, nah, he just kissed me.
I'll ask her how she felt about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Well, he don't let him do this. You know, I would really feel. Like, how did you feel about that? What were your feelings? Do you think it was rude? Do you think, you know, let her answer and really kind of grasp what she's really feeling, and that would give her a better sense of the types of men she's going to want to start dating.
Yeah, and I would say just sum it up for a man going on a date. Just keep it simple. Don't go on a date with expectations like, oh, I'm trying to get laid and this and this and this, because I mean, you're gonna put yourself in a bad situation. That's next thing, you know, that's how fools get caught up in dumb shit, and it's like, for what? For what? So just, as men, let's be better. Let's be respectful towards women. These are the mothers to children, and the best concept is to treat these women that you go out with like
they're your mom.
Yeah, you know? Like if they're your mom,
respect them like your mom, your sister, your daughter. Because I'm gonna be honest, I meet so many men with daughters, and they treat women like shit, and it is so disgusting. It's such a turnoff. But if I can leave men and women with anything, I have sons, right? So listen to the way that I speak about my sons and how I treat my sons. Listen to how a guy moves in his daughter's life. Listen to how, like, is he there for her? Does he take her out? Does he do this for her? Does he do that for her? He does none of those things for his own daughter. Boo boo, let me tell you, he ain't gonna do shit for you, okay? It's all gonna be about the bedroom.
That's facts. Do you have any final thoughts?
My final thoughts is, one, again, I'm glad I'm married. Two, I'm definitely gonna adopt.
Thank you for rubbing it in, you know.
No, I'm just, because I'm in the process. Like, I'm just hearing it. I'm just like, damn, this is real shit. You know, I haven't had to deal with any of that for a long time.
I think I see some white hairs. You know.
All my kids. No, but it sucks that, you know, like, women and men have to go through this, like, go on dates and them not being treated how they should be treated. You know, with respect and kindness and, you know, just respecting one another's boundaries and everything. So, I mean, that's I'm taking all that in, and then I'm adopting, going to take my daughter out on a date, me and her. Yeah, because I think that's a very great idea, and I got to do that with my boys as well.
Yeah, and I would say, like, my final thoughts is, you know, as men, just let's be good men. Let's be good men towards these women. And even if it's not reciprocated the same way, then you just dip on to the next. You know, I kind of dislike that term. There's plenty of fish in the sea type of thing, but you know, there's 8 billion people on this planet. All right, and there is that one for you. You know, it's like finding a diamond in a rough. But once you find it, you hold on to it and you appreciate it and you love it. So, and that being said, just again, just be respectful, be respectful, and after that, I want so many men when you hear this and you're going on a date, I want you guys better DM me and say thank you, James, thank you, MJ.
Let us know what worked and didn't work, and let us know what you do to possibly prepare, or maybe tell us a story of like a good date or a bad date. If that one date you ended up now meeting your forever partner, like we want to know these things because we know it's out there. It's just unfortunate that my brother and I, we just haven't found that yet.
No, and then to the audience, to the women, what do you guys think of what we're explaining? Are we
if you disagree?
Yeah, are we on the right path? Are we accurate? Are we not accurate? And
what can the guys improve on? What can the girls improve on? Vice versa. Because again, there's so many ways of dating that we only know our style, but there's so many other styles. So if we can incorporate something different, like, please tell us.
That part. So like women, what are you looking for? Men, what are you looking for?
Yeah, and hit us up. Let us know.
And leave a comment.
Yeah,
you never know. You might find an ex-boo in our comment area.
There you go. There you go. But okay, well let's wrap this up. Is everybody got everything off their chest? Or what? Everybody's.
Yeah, that's what I tell my boys. Wrap it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for tuning in to Riding the Wave. We'll see you guys every Friday
8 a.m.
at 8 a.m. We love you. We'll see you guys next week. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.